All right, hi. So this is the Unit 5 review, and this is number 1A. I'm not going to do every single problem. Let's go. So it says solve each of the story problems below for each problem. Choose and circle one of the numbers in the parentheses, depending on how challenging you want the problem to be. Write an expression to represent your problem. Use numbers labeled divisions or words to solve the problem, and explain your strategy. Someone should be able to read your paper and tell how you solved each problem without talking to you to find out. That's a great piece of advice. That's a great piece of advice. Complete the sentence below with your solution to the problem. Mrs. Alvarez had something of a box of pencils. She divided the box equally among some students. What fraction of the box of pencils did each student get? So depending on what you circle here, I'll just start with the first two numbers. Actually, you can, doesn't matter. So I'll say 1/5 and 3. And so I have 1/5 of something, and I'm dividing that by 3 things. Okay, so I want to see how much of this box of pencils did someone get. And it's going to be less, right, than the 1/5. So when we have this 1/5 and we're dividing it, we're seeing how many pieces, 3 pieces make up 1/5. Then that's what we're going to do there. Maybe I'll do, if I did a number line. I don't know if that, we have 0. We have 1. Remember, that's our whole box. And then we would split that into fifths. So that would be 4 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 1/5, 2/5, 3/5. Oops. 4/5, and 5/5 here. And then I'm going to divide this by 3. And since I divided the 1/5 by 3, I am going to have to divide all the other ones by 3. So now I can see how many my whole is. So now my whole, I have made it into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, and one of those would be 1/15. So each student got 1/15 of a box of pencils. All right, Jake and his dad are making flags for a scouting project. They're going to make something flags. Each flag takes something of a yard of cloth. How many yards of cloth will they need in all? So they want to make a certain number of flags. Each flag takes a certain amount of flags. All right, so in my head, this is multiplication because I'm going to have a certain amount. So I'm going to have 18 sets of something yards of cloth. And what I'm noticing here, I have this 6, 12, 8. Since I'm doing multiplication, if I see my denominators kind of matching up with my whole number here, 6 goes very nicely with 18. So I'm going to do 5/6 and 18. So my expression is 18 times 5/6. I guess, I have some thought there, but I can't figure it out. All right. So I have 18, and I'm going to say that's times 5/6 equals 18 times 1/6 times 5. Or could I have changed? Could I have switched it? No. I could have. I could have made it. Here, let's make this better. 18/6 times 5, which is the same as 3 times 5, which is the same as 15. All right, it takes some feet of craft lace to make a short lanyard for a keychain. John wants to make a lanyard for each of his something aunts and uncles. How many feet of craft lace will he need in all? So I need something and this many times of it. So this looks like I'd be doing like 4.5 times 6. So 4.5 times 6 is the equivalent of 4 times 6 plus 1/2 of 6, which is equal to 24, plus 3, which is equal to 27. The soccer team went to Pizza Palace to celebrate the end of the session. Let's just say season, I think. They got several rectangular pizzas for the players to share. Each player got some fraction of one of the pizzas. Sarah ate something of her share. How much of a whole pizza did Sarah eat? So she got some. Okay, we'll do 3/8, and then she ate 2/3 of it. So she got 3/8 times 2/3. Okie dokie. So if I have this, and we first do 8s, that's 7 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. I always do 5. 6. 7. So 1, 2, 3, and then she ate 2/3 of it. So we're looking at this right here, which is a 3 by 2, which is 6. And then this whole thing is now 8 by 3, which is 24. And we could also, let's say that as 1/4. So she ate 1/4 of her pizza. Sorry, of the whole pizza, not her pizza. She ate 2/3 of her pizza, and she ate 1/4 the whole thing. All right, so this says use multiplication to check your answer for each of the division problems below. So 100 divided by 4 equals 25. I know this is correct because 25 times 4 equals 100. And then there's another example. 1/2 divided by 2 equals 1/4. I know this is correct because 1/4 times 2 is 1/2. So we have 1/2 divided by 4, which again is another way to think about this, as we were saying, is like 1/4 of 1/2, which that would be 1/8. And now we can say, I know this because 1/8 times 4 equals 1/2, because 4 over 8 is 1/2. So we have 1/4 divided by 2. Well, that would be 1/8 as well, wouldn't it? I mean, 1/8 plus 1/8 is 2/8, which is 1/4. So this would be 1/8. And I know that because 1/8 times 2 equals 1/4. Because again, that would be 2/8. 1/3 divided by 2. It's going to make me 1/6. Because 1/6 times 2 gives me 2/6, which is 1/3. And 1/4 divided by 4 is 1/16. I know that because 1/16 of 4 is equal to 1/4. It's equal to 4/16, which is equal to 1/4. All right, use the grids to model and solve each combination. Be sure to label your sketch and write the answer for each problem. So I see here we have 3 going this way and my 6 going this way. So first we got 2/3. See, they do it that one way, which we don't have to do if you don't want to. So there's my 2/3. So 2/3 is over here. And now we have 4/6. 4/6, and so our answer is here, which is 4 by 2, which is 8, and then the whole thing is 6 by 3, which is 18. So 8/18. Ooh. And that was the disaster. Sorry about that. So again, this is 2/3 and then 4/6. This area is 4 by 2, which is 8, and then we have 6 by 3, which is 18. All right, we got 2/5 going this way. 1, 2, and then 5/7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So our answer there is here, because either way you look at this, this is either 2/5 of 5/7, or it's 5/7 of 2/5. And inside there we have 10 units out of the whole 35. I'd solve each multiplication problem and give the answer as a mixed number. So it does tell us that we do have to do some work there. Show all your work. Okay, so 4 sets of 5/8. That would be the same as 4/8 times 5, which is half of 5, which is 2.5. Cool. Yeah, seems reasonable. 12 times 2/3. That would be 12/30. So 12 times 2/3. Ooh. And I can rewrite that as, wait, is it a mixed number? No. I'm right. Here, 2 times 12/3, which is 2 times 4, which is 8. Yeah, because that'd be 24/3, which is 8. I wonder why they confuse this like that. 3/5 of 6. So that equals 3 times 6/5, which equals 18/5. I have to change that into a mixed number. So how many? So if I'm looking for, so if I was counting by fifths, right? 1/5, 2/5, 3/5. We get to 5/5. That's 1 whole. 10/5 is 2 whole. 15/5 is 3 wholes, and then 20/5 would be 4. So this 18/5 is in between 15 and 20. So that means I'm going to get 3 wholes out, which was 15. And I'm going to have 3/5 there. So 3 3/5. Okay, so on number 5, it says write a story problem. Obviously, I'm not going to do one that you wrote. That would be, well, I mean, it could, you never know. I always like to use the resources that they give us. So they gave a problem about what, 4 sets, like I'm going to make 4 flags and they're each 5/8 of an inch. How much would I need in total? Something like that. All right, Valerie watched her friend multiply 3/4 times 5/6. Her friend got an answer larger than 5/6. Valerie thinks that the answer is not correct. Do you agree? Why or why not? I agree. I agree. Why do I agree? Okay, I agree because 3/4 is less than 1. And why would that be important? If 1 times 5/6 equals 5/6, then sometimes I can't remember what the word, I don't want to say reducing, then having a factor less than 1 will make the product less than 5/6. All right, fill in the bubble to show what expression below means, what each expression below means. Then use labeled sketches and numbers to model and solve each problem. Show your work and remember to write the answer at the bottom of each box. 2 divided by 1/3. How many groups of 2 are there in 3? How many groups of 2 are there in 1/3? No. How many groups of 1/3 are there in 2? That seems better. What is 1/3 of 2? That would be 1/3 times 2, or 2 divided by 3. How many? I think this would be 1/3 divided by 2. How many groups of 2 are there in 1/3? And then how many groups of 1/3? Yeah, so it's this one. How many groups of 1/3 are there in 2? So that would be 2 divided. That's 2 divided by 1/3. What would be the best way to solve this one? I mean, I always like the number line. It's like my favorite one. I'm trying to think of a better way to do this, though. So I'd say if there are 3/3 in 1, then there would be 6/3 in 2. So it would be 6. Wouldn't be 6/3. It would be 6. There are 6 1/3 in 2. 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, 4/3, 5/3, 6/3, 6. All right, so this is 1/4 divided by 3. I have 1/4. I'm splitting it into 3 parts. How many groups of 1/4 are there in no. What is 1/4 of 3? No, that would be 1/4 times 3. If you split 1/4 into 3 equal shares, how big is each share? There you go. Let's see. Oh, the number line didn't make sense there. I was thinking the number line here. I do like the number line. Then we have 1 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 1/4. Then we're dividing that into 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So now I have 1, 2, 12? 1, 2, 3, and then 12, and so one of these is 1/12. All right, the challenge, Maria says that dividing 1/2 by 3 is the same as multiplying 1/2 by 1/3. Do you agree with her? Why or why not? All right, so let's see. I'm dividing 1/2. So I'm taking 1/2, and I'm trying to find 1/3 of that 1/2, and she says it's the same as 1/2 times 1/3. Yeah, no, she's right. It's the same thing. Well, we can at least show it has the same answer here. So we have 1/2. We're doing 1/3 of it. So that is 1/6 here. I have 1/2. I'm splitting that into thirds. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I have 1/2 and I split it into 3 ways, that would be 1/6. So again, I mean, it's the idea of I have a half and I'm splitting it into thirds. So I have now 1/3 of 1/2. That's the share that someone is getting. All right. Depending on how everything went, hopefully it went well. You should be ready for Friday. Bye.